everyone, it's Sam here, and today I'm back with another floating cube card, this time the 8x8. So I made this 8x8 version for the launch of the Wicked and Wonderful collection, which is this Wizard of Oz collection, which is gorgeous. I'll link this one below if you want to see how I made that one live. But I thought I would use a lovely new paper pad from one of the magazines, which I'll show you in a moment, to make this gorgeous one. This all folds flat a few ways. You can do it this way, you can do it that way, or you can do it that way if you want it, you know, in a massive envelope. Maybe you've got lots of 3D dimension on it, and it also can display, you know, this way, this way, this way, this way, or just stretch it out that way. It's a lovely style. I really enjoy these ones. So it's very easy. You don't need any dies to make this one either. So let's get started. So this is the Simply Cards and Papercraft issue 277, and you get the Festive Noel collection. It is really, really lovely. They do these a few throughout the year, different themed ones, but these are lovely, like, you know, thicker pop out pieces. I've already got the one for today. You've got a couple of foiled sheets. You get 4 foiled pattern papers there at the start. So you can see those ones there. And then after those 4 sheets, you've got quite a lot. It's a nice, you know, paper pad. You can see all the different colours. I want to do something with those two together. And then you've got your lovely woodland animals there. And it's obviously the RSPB one as well. So it's for a charity. And you've obviously got all of your lovely inspiration in there as well. Plus loads of other bits as well. So it's always a nice magazine in that one. Okay, so I've got everything ready. Very easy to put together, these ones. I know lots of you like these little mini series, so you've probably already made a few and you'll know exactly what to do. You just want the measurements. So for the front and the back, so this is where I'm going to write my message. This is for the front one. So you'll want 2 pieces of 4x8, then 2 pieces of 3 3/4 by 7 3/4, which is the gold, and then 3 pieces of 3.5 by 7.5, and that's the white or the pattern. And they're going to be sandwiched together like so. And then I've got, this is my topper that I've taken from that set, because you can go through all the toppers and you can see which ones match, you know, the pattern papers. So this one I thought worked really well with the hollies and the snowy scene there. So this is for the 2 middle sections here, which are slightly bigger. So you want 2 pieces of 3, but the lengths are all the same by 9, okay? Along the 9-inch side, you're going to score at 1/2, 2.5, 4.5, 6.5, and 8.5. You can do different configurations if you want. You might not want to have a 3 piece there. You might want to have another 2, you know, by 2 cube there if you want, or you might want to do 2.5. It's up to you. And then you'll want 4 pieces of, this is 2 by 9, and again along that 9-inch side you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 2.5, 4.5, 6.5, and 8.5. And again I've got my other 3 there already. Next you want to fold and burnish all those score lines, and then you're going to add your glue on the 1/2-inch tab, and the way I put this together is how you'll put all the pieces together, and then you want to fold in half so the other 1/2-inch tab attaches, and then when you open it up you've got your cube. Again, I'll do it with this one here, the 2 by 2 ones, little glue inside, and then fold the whole thing in half. So go through and do that with all of your pieces. So this one's going to go in the middle, so I want to have bigger ones either side, and then I'm going to have, remember how I did this one, that one continued down from that design there, and then was it that one there? Yeah, it was that one there. So I'm going to have that arrangement on this side, and then finish this side with you here. So I've got, if you want to decorate these ones here, in total you'll want 8 pieces, and this is the gold, that are 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. So I'm going to have that one there, stick that one there, and then those 2 for the back. And then for the 4 2 by 2 cubes, you're going to want 16 pieces of 1 3/4 square, and then 16 pieces of 1.5 square in the pattern paper. So again, I've got my 2 plain for the back. You might not want to have 2 for the back. I've actually, on this one here, I didn't do mats and layers. I only done them on the 3 sides that you see here, so it is optional. So I'm going to stick all those down onto there, and then I'll just show you how to stick these together and add the acetate. So that's everything now ready to put together, and I've got my acetate here as well. I've got 2 pieces here that are just under 2 by 8, okay? We'll add those last. I prefer adding them once I put this all together, because then I know these are all in place, but some people might want to add the acetate first. It's up to you. I'm going to flip this piece over, the front one, and you're going to add your glue onto the fronts here, and then I'm going to turn that over and I'm going to line up the score line here, get this nice and straight. So I use this white line, and then I can line that up with the same white line. And then again with the next one, actually I won't do that one, do the top one, do the corners first, get them all in place. It's easier to line up than the middle one. And then this one, again, just going to line it up with this white line here. And you just want to sit it up to the score line. Don't put the score line onto this piece, because you want it to all be able to fold. Okay, so they're all in place. And then this one here, you want to make sure that you've got a 1/2 inch gap between the two of them. So I'm going to use, just bring it down to that line there, just something that I can keep it nice and straight with. Looks pretty good. Half. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And then flip it over. You can see those ones. And just check that you're happy with it from the front. And then just repeat the same with this side. Okay, so that's everything stuck down. I actually think I'm going to have it this way. Originally I was going to have it that way with the detail in the top corner, but I kind of like it in the bottom. So you're going to take your piece of acetate. I've already stuck this one down, and what it does is it just really stabilizes all of this, and it allows you to move all of it at the same time, because right now obviously they're all just loose. So I popped a bit of tape at the very top, the bottom, and in the middle, just so you've got something for it to adhere to each of those cubes. And then open up each of these and just slide it through, and you want to bring it out. I find it easiest if you grab something and pull out, you know, move it from here, and just make sure that it's not hanging out the top or the bottom, and it is pushed right up to this fold here, the outer fold. And just stick that down. And now you should be able to lift it all up and then just fold it back that way. It should fold nice and easy. That's why I said don't, you know, I can just about see the score lines on these pieces, because you want it to be able to fold back into this section so it fits in your 8x8 envelope. How pretty does that look? And because the papers are so pretty, this is probably quite a simple card for me in terms of its decoration, because all I'm going to do now is add that sentiment, bring it up towards the top. I think that looks quite nice, and then you get to see all that. So I'll pop some foam on the back of this piece, like so. So it still all folds nice and flat, and then all you need to do now, flip it over. I'm going to use my construction glue, cover the whole of this back piece, and you're going to stick it over the back so all those little cubes are all sandwiched between these two layers. And when you've stuck that down, just check that when you stand it up, it's nice and flat, nothing's rocking. And there you have it, a beautiful Christmas card. But like I said at the start, this style works for many occasions. As you can see, this one here is for the Wizard of Oz, so completely different, but I think they both look really good. If you like this style card, but maybe you don't like the card as big as I've made today, I do have the smaller sizes, the 7x7 and the 6x6. I've got the slim line as well, as I mentioned, and the 7x7. So I think I've covered most of the sizes now that I like to do. As I shared with that one, you can fold this way, or if you would prefer, depending on your decoration, maybe you've gone a lot more dimensional, then I would fold it that way to put it in the envelope, which I think looks beautiful as well. Or you can keep it flat, again, depending on how you've decorated all of this, and make a really big custom envelope. So as always, thank you for watching today. I will link below if you're interested in this one and how I put that one together. I'll share the live link so you can go and check that one out. Magazine, I'll link that in the description box below as well, along with the products for the Wizard of Oz, again, if anybody's interested. The playlist will be coming up now of all those other sizes. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed today, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.